Now let's get started with the speaking module of the IELTS exam. Now, speaking test dates are released or intimated to the candidate only a week before the main exam because for the speaking test, slots are allocated to the candidate. So the examiner wants to ensure that the candidate is there for the slot and he's not changed his plans or he's not preponed or postponed the date. That is why only 1 week before the slots are intimated, after accommodating all the changes or amendments that the candidate could have made. So this speaking test would happen about a week before or after the main exam. It's an 11 to 14 minutes interaction between the candidate and the examiner. It's a one-to-one interview. Now, as the examiner listens to you, he's also observing you, your gestures, your eye contact, everything. So he does evaluate you face to face, but then it's very difficult to pay heed to each and every word of what you say. That is why there's an audio recorder that records the entire conversation and this is evaluated later. So, therefore, there are more than two evaluations which are done before your final speaking score is released. There are three parts in the speaking test. Your part one is an introduction and interview round. It goes for about 4 to 5 minutes. The second round is a cue card, which is a 1 to 2 minutes, and 3 to 5 minutes is your discussion. Now, your section one is the introduction round, where you could be asked to tell something about yourself and you should tell about your name, which place you belong to, what you're doing at present, and your hobbies. Then further he could ask you other questions to know more about you, about your studies, your interests, your favorite color, your favorite fruit, vegetable, your routine, your fitness regime, your daily routine, etc. So you have to answer in 2 to 3 sentences. Do not elaborate the answer. Give a brief, description on the answer, which should last for not more than 2 to 3 sentences. So examiner will introduce himself or herself to you and ask you your name, and then he will ask you to tell your interest, studies, or working life. As we have discussed, all these questions are asked to know more about yourself. It's a rapid fire round, and each answer should not exceed more than 2 to 3 sentences. In the section 2, which is a cue card, it will last for about 3 to 4 minutes. You will get 1 minute to prepare your notes, and you can make your notes on the scratch card which is given to you. And you would be given about 1.5 to 2 minutes to speak on the topic. Now, each topic would be followed by subtopics, and your answer should be structured in such a way that it includes the answers of all the subtopics. For example, describe one successful company that you know, and you should say where it is situated, what are the services provided by it, and what are the short term, long term goals of it. So you should, structure your answer in such a way that every aspect and every question is answered correctly and in the right place. Similarly, describe a talkative person that you know. You should say who is a talkative person, how do you know him or her, how has he influenced your life. So you should describe the person, you should tell more about himself, and you should answer all the questions in the right order and in the right content. You should not exceed 2 minutes and you should not speak less than 1.5 minutes. The third round is a two-way discussion which could last for about 3 to 5 minutes, and there are questions which are related to the topic in the part 2. This would involve you to give your opinions. It could, you know, be an extensive discussion on issues which is related to the cue card. It would test on how you support the opinion that you have given in the cue card and whether you have the ability to express the abstract ideas. And you should be careful not to contradict yourself in any question. So your speaking test could be based on, like, for example, for the first one, when the cue card was the one successful company that you know, your speaking third round could be a discussion based on that cue card, and it could follow the questions like, which is the highest paid profession today? How often do you switch your job? Are new businesses coming in Bangalore? Can you describe one corporate policy that you like the most? Which one do you prefer, working in home country or working abroad? Now these questions are not directly related with the cue card, but somewhere they have some connection with it. So through these questions, he's also trying to understand how you substantiate your stand, which you have taken in Q card, and he wants to probably understand more of you through these questions too. You should be, again, as I have already said, I'm reiterating, do not contradict yourself in any question. You should carefully answer each question and stick to your stand, and that is most important. So that's all about the overview of the speaking module. We would discuss all this in detail in the further videos. Thank you.